The Maginot Line, France's failed defense against Germany. In the 1930s, France built a massive line of fortifications along its border with Germany, called the Maginot Line. The purpose of this line was to prevent another invasion like the one that occurred during World War I. However, as we'll see, the Maginot Line ultimately failed to achieve its intended goal. To understand why France built the Maginot Line, we need to go back to the aftermath of World War I. In that war, Germany invaded France through Belgium and inflicted massive damage on the country. When the war ended, the French government vowed to never let that happen again. They believed that a line of heavily fortified defenses along the border with Germany would be the best way to prevent another invasion. Construction of the Maginot Line began in 1929 and lasted for over a decade. The line was an incredibly complex system of fortifications, including underground bunkers, gun emplacements, and even railway lines to transport troops and supplies. At its peak, the Maginot Line stretched for over 700 kilometers along the French-German border. German invasion. Despite the impressive defenses of the Maginot Line, it ultimately failed to achieve its intended goal. When Germany invaded France in May 1940, they simply went around the line by invading through Belgium. The French military was caught off guard, and their army was quickly defeated. The Maginot Line was rendered useless, and the German army was able to march into France almost unopposed. Legacy of the Maginot Line. The failure of the Maginot Line was a devastating blow to the French military and government. It also had a significant impact on the rest of World War II. Without the Maginot Line to slow them down, the German army was able to quickly conquer France and move on to other targets. The legacy of the Maginot Line is a cautionary tale about the dangers of relying too heavily on static defenses in the face of a rapidly changing military landscape. So there you have it, the story of the Maginot Line. A massive line of fortifications built by France to prevent another invasion, but ultimately rendered useless by the changing realities of modern warfare. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new.